everybody, it's Meg from Books Off the Beaten Path, and if you are new here, thank you so much for dropping in. We're going to talk about some books that I like to find, some unusual finds that maybe you may not have heard of or read. And if you are back, if you're one of my followers, thank you so much for sticking with me. I really appreciate it. Try to fix my hair there so it doesn't look too horrible. All right, so today what we're going to do is we're going to do my used bookstore haul. And we're going to talk about something that I got at an estate sale. So I got a book and a rug. You know, two things that normally go together, a book and a rug. But anyway, we'll start with my used bookstore finds. And we're going to start with my hardbacks because I really got some great hardbacks. Now again, I get all of my used books from Gardner's, which is a little store here in Okie Dokie. I don't know if you're familiar with it. And I forgot to take all the little price tags off. But anyway, we'll get past that. So they had these in the children's section and I was thrilled with them, even though when they were published, they wouldn't necessarily be in the children's section, they'd be in the teen section. So this is a teen sleuth that I have not heard of, Robin Kane. And she is going to investigate the mystery of Glengarry Castle. And Robin is, look at the end pages. I got this for $2. And again, not familiar with this sleuth at all. I love the illustrations. Sure, there will be a cat figuring in it somewhere because we got a cat going up the stairs and Robin looks distressed. So anyway, I got that one. And then I got another one that I'd never heard of, Donna Parker. Now, I don't know if Donna Parker, I've deliberately not looked these books up because I want to read them and have it be fresh and just kind of let it unfold. So anyway, Donna Parker on her own. I don't know exactly what that means. I don't know if she's been kicked out of the house. I don't know if she's starting college. I don't know if she's starting high school. I don't know if this is a mystery series or just a teen series. I don't know anything about it. But if you guys are familiar with Donna Parker, please let me know in the comments. Leave me a comment and let me know if you've ever seen these books before or what you think of them. And then I got, this is my first ever, and I know you're surprised at this because I do love mid-century teen fiction. My first ever Trixie Belden. And I was not really a Trixie Belden fan back in the day. I don't know, something just struck me wrong and everything with Trixie Belden, but I'm going to give her another try. I mean, look at this on the inside. Trixie and Honey. And I'm sure it's Honey because of her hair. And more beautiful illustrations on the back. And these are all $2. They were just in a bin. And I don't know, I just love them. Okay, and then I got also another first for me, and I know you're going to be surprised. I got The House on the Cliff. This is the second Hardy Boys story. And they had lots of Hardy Boys up there, but they didn't have one that was in this binding with this cover. They had the traditional ones that had the illustration on the front and then has the yellow spine. But I thought that I would pick this one up. Bob may be joining us in just a moment, so just so you know. But I thought I would pick this one up because it looked a little bit more original. Look at these end papers. I'm on an end paper craze. End papers everywhere. Oh, and then I got to show you this. So they're going out and they're going to be doing something and investigating something, I'm sure. And it says, the caption reads, oh, let me move Bob. Just a moment, please. Next time, Bob. You can be on it next time. So the caption reads something about they wouldn't trust this guy. Maybe I can give you a tip on when you can find your father, says Pretzel Pete. But look at the boys. Look how nicely dressed. They've got ties on and V-neck sweaters. I love it if my boys dress like that. One of them does, one of them really doesn't. So anyway, those are my hardbacks, and I am going to try to read them all in the month of November. They should be pretty short, they should be pretty easy reads, and then I will come back and let you know what we thought of them. And that'll be a fun one, I bet it will. All right, so here are my paperbacks that I got. First, I'm going to start with my outlier, The London Vampire Panic. Don't you just love this? Look at this. It's a dark, unholy covenant bleeds into a hellish curse, the London Vampire Panic. I just recently read another kind of pulp fiction one with Dr. Van Helsing, and this also has Dr. Van Helsing. He and 6 men are set to track down and unmask the killer and bring the nightmare to an end. Please bring the nightmare to an end, Dr. Van Helsing. That's what we need. We may have Twitch joining us in just a moment. Everybody wants to be on the show today. Okay, so then I found 2 Mary Roberts Rhineharts that I did not have for my collection. One I'd never even heard of. So I got this one, A Light in the Window, which I read years ago, and I'll probably give it a reread. I read it to the library. Swept up in a whirlwind courtship and a hasty wedding to handsome Court Wayne. His name is Court Wayne. Ricky, that's our heroine, felt nothing could possibly go wrong for 2 people so much in love. But then Court was shipped off to fight the Germans, and the powerful Wayne family insisted she come to live with them. Ooh, I guess they don't like the daughter-in-law. So I know they don't like the daughter-in-law because I read it years ago. Spoiler alert, but I'll probably read it again. I don't know if I'll get through this one in November. I'm kind of setting I don't really do TBRs, but I'm trying to get into TBRs, so I'm setting it very low TBR. Okay, and then I got this one, which I hadn't even heard of. Mary Roberts Rhinehart, The Breaking Point. Now, this is one of her romances. And like I said, I'm not familiar with it at all. It's got teeny tiny print, so it may take me a bit to get through. But on the back, now, first off, don't you love the cover? It could go in my collection of cheesy, I don't want the glare on it. It could go in my collection of cheesy Gothic fiction, but I'm not going to let it go there. I'm going to put it with my Mary Roberts Rhinehart. But look at that beautiful cover. Look at that dress. How long could love hold a woman to a man without a past? A man who wasn't sure he wasn't a murderer. A man who would never be sure of anything until he reached the breaking point. Ooh, what's the breaking point? I hope it's not her coffee or her cooking, because then she could be in real trouble. All right, so those are those. And then I got some Agatha Christie's. Now, I'm not a big Agatha Christie reader. I've read the big ones, kind of the big ones. I've read Death on the Nile, and I've read Death on the Orient Express, and then I read Roger Ackroyd. But really, that's it. I read one Tommy and Tuppence years ago, and I wasn't really crazy about it. So, but I found, which you never find at my used bookstore, a lot of Agatha Christie books. People just don't give those up. So I found this one that I've not heard of at all. It's got Hercule Poirot on the front, and it's called Taken at the Flood. And again, I don't know anything about it, and I'm doing that deliberately so that I can just let it unfold. But I don't know. You guys are going to have to tell me if you're familiar with this one, if this is a good one, or if it's let me know if you thought it was a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I would love to know. And then I got the ABC Murders. I recently watched that John Malkovich adaptation on, was it Netflix or Prime? And I'm interested to see how close this comes to it. If it comes close to it or not. It's very short, so I think I can get this done. I'm going to put that on my November TBR. So we'll see if I can do that. And then this one I haven't read, and I should have read because it is one of her standards. This is And Then There Were None. And I was so thrilled when I got this. I couldn't believe that I actually found this one because this for me was a big find. I was in a play in college many years ago that was based off of that story. And it was super good fun. I didn't even know it was based off of that story until I graduated. It was like years later. And I was like, why does that seem familiar to me? But anyway, I've seen the movie and now I'm going to read the book. And I'm super excited about that. So let me know in the comments what you think about my November TBR, if it's too low, if I'm too amateurish about this, but I really want to. I'm just not going to lie to you and say that I've read 15 books in a month if I haven't. I'm just not going to do that. Okay, now here's my estate sale find. So we had an estate sale in the neighborhood, and that's the same thing as a garage sale, except when you think you're hoity-toity. You call it an estate sale, but it's really a garage sale. Or maybe it's because you go through the house more on the estate sale. Maybe that's it. But I got this one called the Jubilee Trail. And I did actually look this one up. This cost me $1. This was $1. And I did look it up on Goodreads, and it got a lot of wonderful rave reviews. And apparently it's about two women who go west and their journey going west and everything. And I've never heard of it. It's got a little marginalia in there, which I love. And it says Jackson 9709. I don't know exactly what that means. Maybe at one point it was the part of a telephone number or an address. I don't know. The little mystery with Jubilee Trail. But I'm very excited about this. This one, I don't think I will be able to read all the way through with all the others in November, but I think I will be able to get it in December when I'm all curled up and off work for a little bit. I think I'll be able to dive into this one. But have you ever heard of the Jubilee Trail? Apparently a lot of people on Goodreads have, and they found it very good. And so I'm taking the recommendation, and I got it for $1. Now I'm going to flip around here just for a minute, and I'm going to show you my rug that I got. You will also see moose on it. It's probably a little bit messy because I haven't vacuumed today. So hold on just a second while I flip around. Okay, so here is Moose lying on my rug. But I got this rug, and it's a beautiful rug. I got it for $200 at this estate sale. Back up so you can see it. I don't have the world's best lighting in here. But I just love it. And I couldn't believe that I just picked it up for $200. They wanted $300. And I said, will you take 2? And they said, sure. So I got it for $200. And I'm loving it. Estate sales are the greatest. So I'm going to flip back around again. Okay, so now I'm back. So thank you so much for watching. Please give me a like, subscribe. We've got a lot of fun stuff coming up for the next couple of months. And in January, we'll be taking another road trip. We'll be going to Haunted Guthrie, the Stone Lion Inn. And I'll be doing that. It'll be a girls' trip, and oh, it's going to be fun. Anyway, Meg from Books Off the Beaten Path saying good night, good afternoon, have a great day, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.